Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.
You may be seated. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, to whom all praise is due, and I forever thank Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad to we so-called American Negroes to give to us that which we had been deprived of by our open enemy, the devils.
Yes, sir.
I thank Allah for coming to us. I thank Allah for you, who is here today, because you heard the words of a preacher calling. This preacher, what I'm saying, is Messenger Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
He said that he was a preacher of the truth.
Yes, sir.
And the people that hears this truth shall be saved from the destructions of the devils. So I thank Allah for it. I thank him for stopping by at our house and taking one that was with him to be his servant. And that is none other than my brother, Elijah Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, I guess you thought I wasn't going to get here, right?
Yes, sir. We knew you was coming, Brother Spring.
But I had said I'd be here.
Yes, sir.
If you had been gone, I still would have been here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The main thing, I am glad to see these brothers here as ministers. These brothers here. Thank you.
Glad to see you too, sir.
And the one operating this thing here, sometimes I can't call the name of these different things they have. But anyway, he's a minister too. Yes, the men have, to become a minister, you must be a fearless man.
Yes, sir.
Because you're going in the lion's den.
Yes, sir.
But if you don't fear the lion won't bother you.
Yes, sir. Right.
If you fear him, he will bother you. That's like a dog. If you run from him when he's barking at you, never to do that.
Right.
He'll chase you all day. Yeah.
Teach.
So we don't run.
Yes, sir.
I don't want running ministers from the truth
That's right.
that he's
Right.
carrying. No. And I think these has got rid of some of the fear that the devil has put on us. Because if we fear, we won't win the prize
That's right.
or the reward.
Yes, sir.
Because I learned that we don't want a prize for what we do. Give me a reward for what I do. That's in one of our problems, prizes and rewards. My brother told me, said, don't go for the prize. A prize is anything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, you may be surprised to go to heaven and you may be surprised to go to hell. He says,
Yes, sir.
don't do that. You don't want to. So that's the way it is with me. And that's the way I want you to be.
Yes, sir.
So I thank Allah for you being present. One of the things that I didn't get into yesterday was what we wanted. We don't, in this home, what I was talking about,
Yes, sir.
that we must have a home of our own. That is meaning we must unite together to get what you want here in America.
Yes, sir.
Get what you want here, because that's what Master Farad Muhammad taught us. He says, get what you want here if you don't keep it but one day. Now, I don't know what day he was talking about. One day. As I said yesterday, one day with God means 1,000 or 1,000,000,000 years. One day with God. Because he don't have special one day to do these things and bring forth all things for you right then. You can pray for something to come to you, and it won't come until next week, or maybe a year from now before you will get it. So that's one day with him. So I can't tell you just when. So that's why I believe that he said, get what you want now, because after we are dead, we don't come back here to get anything.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And we are not going to get anything
right.
after we are dead. We are just a dead people that have nothing. And the book teaches us that. The blind, deaf, and dumb people are just like a physical dead man. He got nothing. He has nothing to will to his people after death, physical death. Because all that he had in this world is nothing. Because he was blind, deaf, and dumb, and that causes him to not to make or to use his creative mind to bring him into a heaven right here on earth. Heaven and hell is two places of conditions. When you have plenty of what you need, you are in heaven.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And when you have to go about every day to get a little piece of bread, little change to put in your pocket, don't think you got something. No. Because in a day or two or so, you got to go right back to the job again and work for the same thing all over again. You is in hell.
Yes, sir. Teach.
So that's what Master Farad Muhammad came to us again for, to sit us in heaven at once. Now, how did he sit us in heaven at once? He tells us what to do. after telling us what to do, don't sit down now and wait for heaven to come to you. You have to go and get it.
That's right.
And then you are in heaven. You can invite your friends, your family, or whosoever over to your house. Well, you might sit there and say, ooh, look what I got, a whole lot of food here. These people is cooking everything they got. You know, people think that way sometimes. They ain't saving nothing for themselves. Well, if they wasn't, they wouldn't give you all of it.
That's right.
If they had it, they ain't going to give you all of it. So just eat what you see and go ahead on. Yeah. That's right. So, so it is with going to heaven. And going to the Christian heaven, as they say, you have everything you want, right? And it's in space someplace on the other side of all of those planets that we see. And there are some quite a distance away. We have planets as far away from the sun as 1,000,000 light years away. That's a long distance.
Yes, sir.
Light years away. And the light travels about what, brother? 180,
86,000 miles.
186,000 miles per second, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, light years away, just try to figure out how far would you go in 100 years traveling at sad rates. You would go a long ways, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
Now, how long will it take us to get to that heaven that the Christians is talking about?
Come on. Teach, baby.
And at the same time, our body is laying here. But yet we're going to that heaven. And still we are traveling around the sun all the time. What about the peoples on Uranus and Platoon? Platoon 4,600,000,000 miles away from the sun.
Yes, sir.
Now what are we going to do? How about those people? It is an inhabited planet. Now what shall those people do? God is the God of the universe, and the universe contains these planets.
Right.
Now, which one gonna get to heaven first? The people on this planet or the peoples on Platoon? Platoon is 4,600,000,000 miles from the surface of the sun. Now we are talking about a heaven that's farther than Platoon. Now we got one star that sits in the southern skies. It is 25 trillion miles away from the surface of the sun. Now, what about the people on that planet, if it is an inhabited planet? I never heard Master Farad say it was. Now, if they die and they's going to heaven, well, they got to have some spare wings, you know, like a spare tie, because they get tired. Get tired of flopping them wings, you know. So now where are we going? No such things exist. And the devil knows it. White people knows it. You don't see white people talking about their religion like you hear the black Christians talk about theirs. You don't preach like they preach. The black preachers just a few years ago have learned to stand and talk to the people instead of hooping and hollering at them. Right? But still, he's telling a lie because he's saying you're going to that heaven.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is on the inside of these people that's going to heaven? Go to the undertaker and ask him, says, did you ever see my soul when it, or anybody's soul, you know, when they died and went to heaven? He will tell you, no, you haven't seen nothing. Now, I stood around my daughter while that she was dying. I saw nothing leave her, but I know that she was passing away. And the doctor was saying, she is dying. All of the work stopped. Then we know everything about her body has ceased to turn. She has passed. She is dead. Now what about her? If you or me standing there had taken a bag, paper bag, and put it over her mouth and ears, where we say stop up all the holes, you understand me?
Yes, sir.
So that nothing will escape. Nothing will escape. And when she say, like that, you got it in this bag. See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All of a sudden you close up on it. Then you got air. You got her last breath. The body is dead. The air was keeping her alive. Now you take that same bag and you tie it up, make sure that the air don't escape, and sit it in the corner someplace in the house. And then when somebody come by and says, you sister so-and-so or brother so-and-so is dead, we caught the last breath that she breathed or he breathed. There it is in the bag. It's still there. Now where will that breath go? Christian says it goes back to the God that giveth, right?
Right.
Now if that is going back to the God that giveth, and that's the last part, and one writer in the book of Job, he said that his soul and his life was wind, right?
Right.
Now where is it? He also asked the question, if a man die, then where has he gone? Where is he? Where he gone? So that shows to us by the breath in the bag that the breath does go back. But now God don't takes that. God never have a pleasure with it. The breath goes back out in the space where the other air is. Not where some angel is out there fanning around, going about. No, it goes back out into the atmospheres, and you and I rebreathe it again. Because every planet, regardless to which one it is, if it's inhabited by life, and the things on it passes away, that same breath that they breathe is right here around you now. Because the universe or the earth or any planets never lose what it's owns. That's why you should never lose what you own in this world's life. And you own the whole planet Earth and the whole universe. It's all yours. The air that a person breathes, he can breathe 3.5 feet of air per minute, or just whatever that he would breathe according to the weights of the body. We have a problem on that. That's why I'm talking it. We have a problem to show you that the breath that a person breathes is the life, and that is wind. Wind, air. Take for notice, when a child is born, whosoever is the doctor, whether it be man, woman, or midwife. Midwife can be a man as well as the woman, if he knows that part of the taking care of the baby when it's born. And every man should know how to do that if he's married.
That's right.
And we want to teach that to all of the young people beginning at a certain age, you know. Let them to know it. Why? Why you want that, John? I want it taught to us because Master Farad told us that every man should know how to take care of his wife. And if you don't know how to do so, you got to depend upon her to tell you to hurry up, get the doctor here, because the wife can pass away if you is too slow or can't do anything. So you should know those things. And I want it taught. It don't take long to learn that. And I want it taught here in our university, even to young boys, I would say it like that goes with young girls. What if she get pregnant and she don't want the parents to know it? But she got to have a doctor. Now your secret is gone. Because you got to call a doctor. That's what Master Farad Muhammad said to us, that we should learn and know. Then the wife is not ashamed of a man doctor coming to her, because my husband can do this. Right? You see what I'm saying? The messenger told me, he says, brother, in the time of birth, he says, the reason we have midwives is because that, excuse me, I shouldn't have put on this thing here. Every time I do it, they mostly gets me. Yes, sir. One's coming now. He's going to get it. Thank you. So when these things comes about in life, what is done? When the child is ready to be born, when it gets here, they either spank his setter or hold him up by his legs with his head down. And some, they don't have to do anything to them. Time they enter to the air, he tell you that he got it. He'll say it at once. I have gotten here. His first word is Bismillah. That's the first word a child say when you hear him say, wah, wah, wah. Time he says that kind of a cry, I was taught, and also it is written, that's what he is saying, Bismillah. And again he's saying to you, you thought I wasn't coming, didn't you? Those are his words at birth. You said it. Every one of you said it.
Right.
Now if he doesn't say anything, what happened? If he never says nothing about his spanking, about it holding up, or holding his arms out, they do everything they can when they start it and he says nothing. The doctor does everything of moving that body, and if that body never moves or never hear that cry, what you say? He's born dead, right? He has never breathed atmospheres. Only but that you gave him. Then if he's born dead, where did that soul go, Reverend?
Go ahead, teach.
Did it go back to the God that gave it? And it never breathed it? No. It is something that was the cause of this child to be born in that manner. Born dead. Well, we won't talk about that. But I wanted to show you life. What life is. Now the life came to us. And we all was dead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Born dead in America.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
By destroying our parents. Now the child, when it comes here, the slave master takes the child and makes slaves out of it. And when it's older, the child have to do what the slave master said do. If he tell you that this thing here, this podium here is a table and it is a chair, we had to take what he said. So it is now with the Bible. Old Uncle Tom and old Black Joe, they was men that were slaves. When they was turned out free to walk around in the yard, go around with the Bible, to preach to the slaves, the bosses didn't go themselves because he knew what this man have. They didn't allow the black people to read, right? You couldn't write. Each time they caught you with a pen in your hand, They chopped that finger off that holds the pen. If you're caught again, they did it to that finger. And that would make you stop trying to write. They did that. It's written in their books. That's awful, ain't it? That's a great sin on the devil here in America. That's one of the bloods that is on him and his posterity too, or what they done to us. And Master Farad taught us that he could have forgive the devil, rather, for all the sins that he done. But one he would never forgive them for. And that is when they went and taken away from you your knowledge. He says, I can never forgive the devil for that. He says that's one of the chief things that has been said among the scientists of the greatest sin that a man can commit is when a man take away your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He can put a ring in your nose, right?
Right.
And all he have to do, he don't even say, come here, or anything. Just pull him in the directions.
Right.
Like you would a cow with the ring in their nose. Like you do a horse with the bits in his mouth. When you pull a horse, you pulling the bits in his mouth. And that makes him to go in the direction you want him to go. He understands two words, the horse and the mule. Ha, G. He knows which way to go when you tell him those words. In other words, when he's not, whoa, 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 mule, whoa, horse, they stop still, right?
That's right.
Look at our condition now. This man riding the mule, going down to Balaam's house, and he had Balaam on top of him.
Yes, sir.
And he was going down to Balaam's house. So as they ride, they seen somebody standing in front of them.
Yes, sir.
So it had to have been what is called a jackass, a mule, young mule. When he saw this angel, Balaam beat him the more, right?
That's right.
He hit him 3 times to make him go ahead. But the mule sit down on him.
Right.
As we say, he taken the studs.
Right.
He stopped. Balaam hit him then the other 2 times when he stopped, trying to make him go. Well, a mule, when he take that studs, you can't beat him. He's not going nowhere. You can beat him all night long as that kind of spirit is in him. He's not going to move. You can beat his head off. He's not going to move. Look at the classification that we was in. Every time that we was tired in the slave world, the same as we are today. When we wanted to stop and rest, the devil says, keep it going. And if we didn't keep going on the job at the present time, he would fire us, wouldn't he?
That's right. Yes, sir.
Back in the days of slavery, he beat us, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
To make us keep going. We would try to go during those times, but we couldn't make it. He beat us to death. It's written in the Bible, in these words, saying, what did you mean by beating my people to pieces?
Yes, sir.
The God talking. Today, we taking the studs, won't move. Our people has become to sit down on them own selves. Like that one that were taking this man down to the other one's house. When the angel was seen, the writer did not see the angel at first.
Right.
It was the mule that saw the angel before he did. And he said to the writer, he says, what mean you to beat me these 3 times?
Yes, sir.
Now, a mule just can't talk. I know that for a fact. I have drove a wagon while my father and my other brothers was picking up corn that they had plucked off. And they throw it in the wagon as I says, come up. Mules, go ahead. Whoa, that was what I would do. My father was learning me how to drive the mule. All of them was around me there. The mule couldn't run away or nothing because he told me how to do. I wasn't supposed to hit the mule to make him to start. I just say those words. So when he saw this angel, what mean you to beat me these 3 times? Don't you see this angel in front of me? I got a wall on this side and a wall on this side. I can't turn around and go back, and I can't go forward. Now look at your conditions today. We can hardly go forward, right? We couldn't go forward before because the angel had not appeared. And we were taking SALAAM as far as we can carry him.
Yes, sir.
We carried the devil on our back for 400 long years.
Yes, sir.
300 of those years we was a physical and mental slave to white people.
Yes, sir.
That's why he always put it in his book as the black man. When you read it, it is talking about you whenever he names an animal in the Bible.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
He's talking about you. Read it. You would never know unless you know somebody to tell you the truth about it.
That's right. You the man.
Never would understand why he said a sheep, why he said a lion. Why you say that? All of that is calling you, talking to you. You are styled at some animal at all times, every time the word come by. These animals here. And that's what the white people call you today, an animal, right?
That's right.
When the angel was seen by this mule, why he told this rider, just as I said just now, what did you mean by beating me these 3 times? Those 3 times, not counting the 10 years that we was here, those 3 times recommends 300 years that you and I,
Make it plain, brother.
our forefathers and mothers, was beaten
Teach, brother.
right there in the opening of a place. I can't leave this man.
Yes, sir.
I can't turn around, and yeah, he is still beating me. I can't go nowhere because death is in front of me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The book said his angel had a sword, right?
That's right, sir.
Had a sword in his hand. And when the angel spoke, he said to Balaam, if the beast had not seen me, I would have killed both of you.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Why would the angel kill the mule? And his rider is his master. It is because that if the mule believed in his master and tried to run over me, and I am the word of truth coming to you to free the mule, not the one, not the rider.
Yes, sir.
I'm standing here with justice in my hand, not for the mule, unless the mule obeys the rider.
Yes, sir.
Then I would have killed both of you. But the mule stopped. He stopped to carry his master. And when the angel had left, when the angel leaves the scenery, then the mule got up, and with this rider on his back, he ran as though when a mule runs away. If you had never seen mules run away, you seen the horses on the TV with the cowboys and the wagons and whatnot. Well, that's the way he did. And when they run away, and the good guy, he goes and catches the mule because the girl is riding him. You seen that? He went running, the book said, all through the fields with this man riding on his back. The messenger taught me and others, he said, the reason this mule was doing all of that running after the angel had left, well, he was trying to get rid of that thing sitting on his back. So now, the messenger brings us the truth from God, right?
That's right. Yes, sir.
And after we gets the truth, we was all right until we got to a place where we couldn't do anything.
Come on with it.
Because we had a rider on our back.
Yes, sir.
His words that was saying to us did not fit. Some of them tried to go running from one place to the other, from one leader to the other, right?
Yes, sir.
All across the field.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That one mule was a style and evidence of all of us,
Yes, sir.
not just one person, all black peoples in America. Look how we joined the church. All of these churches that sits around us. Methodist, Baptist, Catholics, Church of God, Church under God, Church over Christ, Church of all kinds.
Come on with it.
We run to different ones trying to be saved.
All right.
But we didn't find no rest, nowhere we went. Like that mule. Trying to shake off this devil from our back, but we had nobody to tell who this rider was.
Yes, sir.
We couldn't understand these things. It is written.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's written in the book. How did we went from hill to mountain, hills to hills, and mountains to mountains we went, trying to find freedom, justice, and equality, looking for a better place to live. As I mentioned yesterday, coming from the north, from the south rather, to the north, trying to find a better slave master.
Yes, sir. Teach.
When we got to the north, we found later in the years that the same thing in the south had followed you to the north.
That's right. Yes, sir.
But yet, you couldn't shake him off. Not an angel came. Here comes Master Farad Muhammad and his messenger with the truth of this rider that's on our back.
All right, now. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And the more we tried to shake him off, the worse the condition got. But we had no knowledge now to know this condition because it was in our head already. Put there. Been there for 300 years. Beaten into us.
Yes, sir.
Like he beat the poor mule.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He had beat people in the fields until they fell dead. The overseer. You call them farmers now.
Yes, sir. Come on.
But the thing is, as he writes more, who shall deliver me from the face of this death? So the angel came to us and he stood here in Detroit on Hastings Street,
Yes, sir.
right in the field among all of our black people,
Yes, sir.
and preached to the world that he is God Almighty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We did not know who he was,
Yes, sir.
but the head mule knowed. He finds out who is you. What is your name? What is your name? What is the name of this angel that's standing there? We don't see where the mule asked him his name, do we? No. What is your name? And he told him, I am Dimadi. Then the mule said, oh, you is God. So that was God then, was that standing there with the sword of justice.
That's right.
It only could have been one that had the power to use justice enough to take their head off of the rider.
That's right.
And that's what he came to do.
Yes, sir.
All of the things that you see happening now is for your benefit.
Yes, sir.
If you see snow piled up tall as this building where you have to dig your way out, it is for your benefit.
Yes, sir.
All of the floods is for our sakes.
Yes, sir.
He hardly destroy any of our people, but he gets enough to let us to know if I don't move towards each other of our people, the same thing is coming to me.
Yes, sir.
I mentioned yesterday about one man having power to cause everything to happen and to come from the place he stands. That's true. That is true. After the number 5 of the angel in Revelation, the scientists, when they saw it, they numbered him at number 5 and 6. The 6th one, when the sound was made, the angel said, it is done.
Yes, sir. Teach on it, brother.
It is done. In the 6,000th year of the troubles that is coming on us who disobey Allah. We know the devil disobeys because he was always around. All the time. And if you take notice that when the devil come around God and the devil did the talking, we did, nobody else talked.
Yes, sir.
When the sons of God in the book of Job, they was going down to present themselves before God, and there stepped the devil in there with them. When they was in that shape to walk with the sons of God, when they get there, then God said, where are you going, Satan? He didn't even get a chance to talk with the sons of God, right?
Yes, sir.
Devil said, I'm going up and down. to and fro in the earth, seeing who I can devour, right? When he says that, then the God asked him, says, have you considered my servant Job? He got a fence around him. I can't get to him. But if you let me get to him, I'll make him to curse you to your face. The God said to the devil, he says, there he is. You can take him, but leave breath, right? Leave breath in his body. All right, talking to the devil there. Now in the Quran, when Allah said, for the Muslims to make obedience to Adam, right?
Yes, sir.
Then there stand Iblis or Iblis. What are you here for, boy?
Yes, sir.
Have you considered Adam? He said, no. No. I will not make obedience to Adam because you made him of the dust, right?
Yes, sir.
You made him of the dust and you made me of the fire. That is something there that makes you consider the truth of Allah. He said, well, the father of the devil was playing with two pieces of steel. Knocking them together, he found that a light come from them. And it had to be fire if it's knocking those two pieces of steel together. Because one piece had magnet in it and the other piece did not. And that brought the frictions, that brought the attractions. Then he saw that he could make a devil. That's when he went to his uncle and said, Uncle, when I'm old enough, and the message to black man is a misprint, say that when I get to be an old man, that's a misprint. Because he was not an old man when he was playing with those two pieces of steel. He was only 6 years old.
Yes, sir.
So after he spoke to his uncle said, what is it, Yaqub, that you can make that will bring other than bloodshed in the land? Looked at his uncle and he said, I know what you do not know. No, he didn't. His uncle was a scientist. He knew the history of Yaqub. Now, that is written again in the Bible. In the Bible, it says, you was a perfect boy until iniquity was found in you. That's when it was found, when it was 6 years old. Everything was found about Yaqub at the age of 6 years. That which was told by the scientists in the year 1 All of that history was written at that time in the year 1 of the present 25,000 year cycle. Nobody got this knowledge before 1930. When I said to you it was hidden yesterday, right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Nobody got this knowledge. Nobody had it at all before 1930. Nobody knew what the dust was. Saying to create him of dust, the devil said that. He was talking about his own self being created from dust. Dust was the brown germ in the black man. That's why we did not care about the poor part of the earth. That's what it says in the lesson, right?
Yes, sir.
We did not care about the poor part of the people. You got me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You don't care nothing about the white man, do you?
No, sir.
And that is the poor part, right?
Yes, sir.
It's made from there.
Yes, sir.
If he, Master Farad said, if he had told everything plainly out, the white people would have had it and gone with it and killed you. So we takes today the real truth from Allah, and we study that real truth until that we find ourselves in it. And when you find ourselves in it, you cannot do nothing with it but to say it is the truth when Allah reveals it to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's after 4 o'clock, brothers and sisters. And I don't mean to hold you like we did yesterday. Because this is history I will lead you up to tell you.
Yes, sir.
But don't worry. This is what I want you to do. When you return home, start saving $1 once in a while. Come back. Come back when the weather is no snow out there like that.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we can come back. It might be a storm. But yet, you have to ask Allah to guide you wherever you go, whether the sun shines or whether there's a storm, tornado, or earthquake, or matters of what.
Yes, sir.
Because the angel said that ascended from heaven and stood in the earth and cried to the 4 angels to hold the winds.
Yes, sir.
Don't let it blow.
Yes, sir.
Those winds Allah will hold for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that is not the wind that the angel is talking about. Not the wind that you feel blowing. He wasn't talking about that kind. He was letting you know that this man has got enough power to use this wind. These 4 men, one man has got enough power to blow everything off the top side of this earth.
Yes, sir.
And on the bottom side. He can do what he wants with it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And stand back and look at you and smile.
Yes, sir.
That one man,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
one with fire. Everyone told others, don't let this happen. So when everything happened, it came down. Then the word was said by the scientists and the prophets it is done. It is done. And heaven struck silence for about the space of a half hour. The righteous people. That's the righteous people. They got silence because of the destructions of the earth is now being done. We are taking one nation off of the earth and bringing another nation in.
Yes, sir.
That's you that's coming in. This is your day.
Yes, sir. Teach on it, brother.
You don't have to be afraid of nothing. Messenger and Allah said to us that if you just be yourself, you will live to see the hereafter.
Yes, sir.
Treat the devils good. He has not lost all of his power completely yet. Treat him nice,
Yes, sir.
and he'll recognize the nice treatment, and he will treat you nice. That fire is blazing in him that he was made of.
Yes, sir.
Made him with fire. And his fire doesn't mean wood fire, coal fire. His fire is temper. The temper. And it gets temporal high. And while he's in that state, brother, he'll kill you or have you killed just like that. So what good does it does when the people is killed among our people and we don't have enough fire in us to pay him back? What I mean about fire in us, we don't have no ammunition. We don't have the fire guns that he has. And if we start, then he pulls his army in on us. But if we be ourselves and let these 4 men take care of this thing. Because Master Farad said to us, he said, don't say that this day is not coming. He said, it is bound to come.
Yes, sir.
He says the devil is not to go too far in the 7, because if we don't get him in the 6, we might as well to let him live another 6,000 years.
Oh, no, sir.
That's what Master Farad taught us. So we have got to get rid of him.
Yes, sir.
I gave you a hint yesterday.
Yes,
now,
sir.
we don't fight.
That's right.
We are not to fight. We are to be ourselves if we're going to rule the universe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What good would it do you to fight and then he kill you?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Because you are not a spirit. You is flesh and bones. And he says that he can destroy the earth 3 times over. That's what the devil says. But he ain't nowhere.
Yes.
Master Farad said we can destroy him in 1 hour. He says he can do it quicker than that. I had always wanted to know what is quicker than that. You can do it in 1 hour with Mother's plane. But now I want to know what is quicker than that. He didn't tell it. but he told you how to find it.
Yes, sir.
He made it known. You want to know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll tell you.
Tell us. You know what we do it.
That's right.
That same air, that same air that we breathe,
Yes, sir.
it's all out here, right?
Yes, sir.
All in here, water,
Yes, sir.
hydrogen,
Yes, sir.
oxygen, which makes air and water. It's right here. If you had an air purifier, you could get quarts and gallons out of here. Water. Now, in this air, we find an atom, right? Hmm? And the devil was wise enough to make an atomic bomb, right? Hydrogen bomb. All of this is coming from these atoms out here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we breathe, as I said just now, we breathe from 2 to 3.5 feet of cubic air, right?
Yes, sir.
Now Master Farad gave it in a problem, and when I saw the problem,
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you,
Yes, sir.
don't you go no place to try to teach it. You can't back it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm telling you so that you would know.
Yes, sir.
But you can't back it up unless you can solve the problem.
That's right.
I solved that problem. It took me 30 days to get it.
Yes, sir.
In this air, those atoms is floating around. He even asked how many atoms in 50 square miles.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you take the atoms out of this air, it won't be any good
That's right.
because it'll take both out, hydrogen and oxygen,
That's right.
because this atom of life is in that.
That's right.
So if you take this atom away, then you have killed the water. It wouldn't do you any good to drink water. Floating around atoms. I can give you a problem. The width, length, and the height of this room.
Yes, sir.
And asked you how many atoms is in here.
Yes, sir.
But I had to tell you how many atoms in so and so and so, in order for you to figure it out by figures.
That's right.
That's the way I got it. Now, he said to us, be careful of how you be around white people, because it is dangerous for you. All right, now how is it dangerous for me? What, are we going to have an accident or something? No. You ain't driving out because of having an accident. This the car you're driving. Now he's the creator of all things, right? If he's got enough power to put an atom in this atmospheres and make water continues to be around in it, then he got power enough to do with this atom what he wants to be done. And he don't go back now to make other atoms. He's just sit there and say, be, what he want. If you could think of $1 million and say be, and it's right there, why, that's something, ain't it? Well, that's about life with him. Or anything that he desires. He said be, and it happens. Because he's the creator. He knows the creations of the first God. And staying away from around them devils. Now here is the punch. It's more of it. I ain't got started with it. It's more of it. He writes us a letter in 1934. He wrote a letter to all of the laborers in the temple. And he said that I have received your report. And the 4,400,000,000 is pleased. 4,400,000,000 people, is pleased. The whole nation of Islam is pleased with you at this very time, at this moment, this very time. The whole nation is pleased with you. He says, and knowing, we always mentions the devil, and knowing that I have enough power to knock down all of the cavemen with one blow. Give me? Why he can use one blow and knock all of them down. He ain't hitting them to get up. Remember that now. He said knock them down. And that means not to get up. Because that's God's fighting. He don't knock you down for you to get up when he wants to get rid of you. So having that power, I then go back into my work and see what he had said. Don't you be around them. And the only thing that he can knock down, another one, that he stop a man or woman that you're sitting beside, take the breath from them and can't announce nothing but heart failure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you stay away from around them, because I am God and I can knock down all the cavemen. The cavemen, what he mentioned, when he didn't mention devil, he said a cavey.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you what Master Farad said. What God said. And that makes today for us to know and understand that this man that we call Master Farad Muhammad is none other than God in person, having that kind of power to destroy a whole nation of people and leave you sitting right here. The messenger and I sit up and we talk on those things and some of those problems all night long. After we had dinner, supper, whatever you might call it, but that was the one meal for that day. After we eat it, sometime he would get his problems out, his briefcase, and tell me, he said, feel like talking a little bit? I wanted to tell him no, because I was tired, working every day, 7 days a week, and no stopping. All night long, brothers and sisters, with my brother and God in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. All night. So I run into two problems with atoms. 7 and 8, I think it is. It couldn't be 9. Had to be 78. So in running into them like that, I find that he did mention that a cracked atom and its weight. I said, uh-oh. Uh-oh, you done turned the dog loose now in the swamps. I'm going. Yes, sir. That atmosphere that you're breathing now have electronics in it. With those atoms there. And the devil didn't learn how to make an atomic bomb not until this problem had been given to us. They take it and give it to the devil, and he made an atomic bomb. It wasn't there before that problem came out. But old John, if he just had the tools, he'd make one greater than what he had. You could do it. You could do it. You could pack the atoms far more, and with the power that Joe bomb had, it'll bust up a planet Earth. Stay away from round white folks.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to worry about him not going off the earth. He going regardless of what.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They knows what you can do if you had a school for just yourself and have the best of the teachers. They would make your children so wise. Think about it. Because he is the original man,
Yes, sir.
the original woman. Every time that you give him a problem and he solves it, he'll bring it to you. He's so glad, even if he didn't get it solved, he'll bring it to you. He's so glad I did this. Here it come with a little piece of paper and say, look what I did.
Yes, sir.
Don't say to him, oh, that's wrong. If he is wrong, don't tell him, say, that's wrong. You can't do that. Don't say that. You make his spirit fall
Yes, sir.
to know that after I went through all this work, now he says, no good. No, don't tell him that. When they come to you with a problem, I'm talking about a teacher, you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Talking about a teacher and the teaching, and this is what I want, is want teachers with that kind of way of teaching, and to have patient enough to wait until this child solves this problem.
Yes, sir.
I had students in my class while Master Farad sit there looking at me teach. He's sitting in the back of my class. So I couldn't look at him so much because I would have did it, you know. You know when the man there knows what to do, you all the time looking at him.
Yes, sir.
So he sat in the back. I couldn't look. I got turned around. And he didn't like for you to do that. He had told us that. So I want that in our school. I want the devil to give the best teachers he got and be fair with us, like the messenger said. Don't hold nothing back.
Yes, sir.
Give them justice. I want teachers out of other nations, just like they come here and get medicine. They
Right.
go to Ford's Hospital, any of them. You find a lot of different nationality of doctors coming from another country here to learn. And when they learn, they go back to that country. And they become a far wiser man than what this one is. I have seen them down at Fort Hospital. Look, to give our children a chance with their knowledge. Never tell this child, "Oh, you wrong. Get away from me. You missed it." Thinking that you helping the child. No, you're not. You're killing his spirit. When you tell him to do another problem, one that he can do, you look at, "Oh, I have did this." He won't bother with it.
Yes, sir.
He wants something that he have to work at. Why? Because he got a creative mind.
Yes, sir.
A mind to create things, to make things come from nothing. That's why he brought this to you. He's figured now I'm on the road, I can make something else after I do this. He's got a creative mind, something that black people have never yet had the opportunity to show and to do. His creative mind.
Yes, sir.
Never had a chance to work it. Never had a chance at it. If a man make a car, train over here, you don't have to take the pattern after him because you don't want it. You want to make now you a train.
Yes, sir.
And when you get to it, you'll find out that you can make a better train, a better car, a better boat than what you saw over here.
Yes, sir.
And you will, because you're always using a creative mind.
Teach.
That's why I want the University of Islam.
That's right.
Teach like this little sister sitting here and other little babies. Start them in at 4 years old.
Yes, sir.
As long as it can talk and run around, start them in the school at 4 years old. And when he gets 7 years old, you got a doctor or nurse.
Yes, sir.
You understand me?
Yes, sir.
He can remember better than you can because he got little young brains sitting up there and they just working all the time. I want to do something. I want to do this. I want to go outside. I want to do that. That's what you want.
Oh, wait a spring medicine. Teach, sir.
That's why I want teachers with patience. That's what won me to be the best teacher in the University of Islam. Other teachers was there that had diplomas for teachership. But when the meeting come up, he said, "Who is the best teacher in the university?" He asked other teachers. And he asked the principal, Sabbakan. He was the principal. He was the principal and assistant secretary. I come in right along behind him in it. I was made the first principal before he was, but I had to teach the class so Sabbakan could stay in the secretary's office. And I was there in the school as the principal, coming while we had one little small room there, and we would be in there, and I would stay there with them for about half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. Then I would leave because we had no chairs to sit in. They all stood up. And Master Farad showed me how to make them sit on the floor if they wanted to sit down. And you be in the middle. So he did that. So we want to have just one teacher of everything that we want in our university. I don't want to just teach Arabic. I don't want to just teach English. No, I don't want to just teach that. If I can get $1 billion, you said, good God, that's what I want. I was going to mention it yesterday.
Yes, sir.
I had
Say what
told
you want.
I
Yes,
had
sir.
told the minister that I would
That's
say
right.
it.
That's what you told me.
$1 billion as a starter.
Yes, sir. Just a start. Yes, sir.
And you'll know a starter wears out, don't it? So that would be spent out when I could get my hands on it. I ask you to give whatever you can give
Yes, sir.
so that we can buy the land before somebody come along and buy all of the land that's vacant, because I want it all together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I won't have to tear down any buildings. And then we build what we want. Detroit or in this city. I wanted to make this a holy city. Since it was very wicked,
Yes, sir.
this is a wicked little town out here. Yes, it is. Yes, sir. This is a wicked little town. That's why I don't have meetings at night, because of the people. Too wicked. You know, Master Farad said that Detroit, and we sitting right in the middle of Detroit. Detroit is all around us right now. He said Detroit was the most wicked city in America. That's right. 1931, I heard him say it. Detroit is the most wickedest place he had ever seen. Now, this part here was not, in 1931, you might have found a little house sitting here and a little house over there. In 1931. And I choose this one in another instant because Highland Park got about 95% black people in it. She's almost 100%. And she is broke. That's why they can't build nothing. They work 4 days a week. The city does of Highland Park. They don't work like the others. Every day they supposed to. Only but just the one that got to have. I want it here.
Yes, sir.
As soon as I can see this, can I go farther?
Yes, sir.
As soon as I can see this spot of ground or buy this block that I want, as soon as I see it, I want it to be able to go to the city and say, I want such and such a place. Blam. It's mine. See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Pay for it. Or pay so much down on it that they can't do nothing with it. You know what I mean? They can't take it away from you. You'll be too near paying it out. Then it'll be ours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now we can build what we want.
That's right.
Unless the land has been terminated and you can't build on it.
Yes, sir.
Now if we can't build on it and you sell it to me, all right, then I'll sell it to you for the price I want,
That's right.
since I can't build on it. because I paid you the price.
Yes, sir.
You get me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I can't build here, give me then another spot of land. Give it to me, or what I want.
Right. Yes, sir.
I want to build a school with 12 rooms from kindergarten to the 12th grade. And if we work together good enough, then we'll take another to make our college on.
Yes, sir.
And that's where you goes to town at. That's where you start your creative mind to finish it. You start in here to finish your creative mind, because now you're just in the way, learning how to use it. And everybody now is rushing to get to college. So I can do this. See, tell them all along, tell your children all along the wayside what you want him to be, what you want him to be. Keep that in the mind
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
all the time. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Now you got to go to school. You got to do this and you got to do that. And when you leave school, then look what you will be.
Yes, sir.
Yaqub's history was not only meaning what he wanted to do,
Yes, sir.
but it was talking about you in this day.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Oh yeah, I got it. If you just be with me.
Yes, sir.
Have the patience.
Yes, sir.
This Master Farad said to the teacher, said, who got the best patience of the teachers? They all began to name these people. He said, no. Muhammad Sharif is the best teacher in the school. And they asked him why. He says, because I sit in his class and he had more patience than any other teacher. He said, now, all of this patience that he would tell about me, then that was my name at that time, Muhammad Sharif. So, all of this that he's talking about, me having the patience, I never paid that any attention. Now, after the messenger gave me my first Holy Quran, I read it. And I find in there where it says that Allah loves the patient one.
Yes, sir.
You ever read it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then I don't have to go any further.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because that is talking about the best teacher and the most loving one for his people to sit down and just have patience until you learn it.
Yes, sir.
And I'll do that show. I wouldn't let you leave my class, no, for nothing in the world. If I send a little student, as I have had the kindergarten day, if I see where the teacher had messed up at with the little beginners, the kindergarten, I would get after that teacher and say, why did you pass this student and he cannot say his timetables? I wanted every little one to say his timetables,
Yes, sir.
learn them. Because timetables means a whole lot in mathematics.
Yes, sir.
That's what I want to have. Just like the messenger told me, he said, when you set up a school, have it so that it will not be equal, by anyone, because you can't rule unless you have a thorough knowledge, and it have to be superior to all others. I was taught that.
Yes, sir.
That's what I want you to do.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, yes, I'm going to stop. It's almost 5 o'clock. So I'm going to stop. I'm sorry that I had to keep it going.
No, go ahead, Supreme
But I
Minister.
wanted to.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
No. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. To start, you may be seated. To start another portion of the subject, it will take another hour or two. You see, to give to you exactly what I want.
Yes, sir.
And you might see on the head of a paper someday, John Muhammad asked for $1 billion from America.
Yes, sir. We'll see that.
You might see it on the headline
We will.
one day. And that's just what I'll ask
Yes, sir.
for a starter. That won't be all. I wants the $1 billion to get me set up and then give me what I want for the next 25,000 years.
Yes, sir.
On the next 25 years, not 1,000. Yeah. Excuse me.
That's all you can keep it.
Not 25,000. 25 years. So that's what the messenger said, and Master Farad said it. But at this time, we have numbered so many that that wouldn't be enough years. I added from 35 to 50 years,
Yes, sir.
not from 20 to 25 years. So I thank you, brothers and sisters. Work hard wherever you live.
Yes, sir.
Work hard to get people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If it don't be for 3 or 4 in another city, just so it have the name, the temple number so-and-so, under the teachings of John Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I say under the teaching of John Muhammad, but under the leadership of John Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I want it to be known because there's no other.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
There's no other.
That's right. None other.
In a few years, while I was getting ready there at the house, my son had something about black phantoms or something like that. They was playing it on the TV.
Yes, sir.
And I opened my room door so I could hear what it was going on as I get ready. 5 years from now, if you don't help with the teachings of Messenger Elijah Muhammad and Master Farad, you will not hear Elijah Muhammad's name called. You won't hear Master Farad names called. And they are the beginners of Islam in America. No other body had it. And that I bear witness because I was in America. I was old enough when Master Farad Muhammad came to America to know and understand. I had quit school in 1927 because I didn't learn nothing and I had to work too. In the city of Detroit. Ask me about this hellhole. I know it. Right here in the city of Detroit. They had schools to send us to. Nothing but boys go there, and the teachers wasn't worth 5 cents. That's true. Most was black. Every now and then a new one would come, he's white, and he'd soon leave. Teachers sending him to another school. We couldn't get away. I ain't lying to you.
You know you're not.
In the 20s. They know I know. They got my school record. They know I knows what kind of a teachers they had.
Yes, sir.
So be with me.
Yes, sir. We're with you, sir.
So I thank you. Anyone have a question now that you want to ask me? If it's long, write it before you leave here, and I'll answer it. I have a whole lot of questions from people that I have not yet answered because a lot of the work I had to do and still have to do because we have so much work. You put one to do this, it takes them a long time to do it because there's so much, and then you don't have another one to do because of the ones that you wants to have and to do so is not able. They have to go and try to get them something to eat. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Just like it was, I'm traveling, not only teaching what Master Farad taught us and the messenger taught us, not only that, I am traveling the footsteps, right in the tracks of Messenger Elijah Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
in having a hard time trying to resurrect our people's back. You see how many bees?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's not a lot of us here, but we bought this place
Yes, sir.
and paid for it, and we had to rebuild it on the inside to what you see.
Yes, sir.
If I had the followers that these other people have, they'd be in heaven all at once.
Yes, sir.
Sure, I'll do it. I want to see the people in heaven. I don't care about myself. After a while, I'll be gone anyhow. But anyway, I want to see you. I ask Allah to let me live to see so the people can see and I can see the effects of the end of wants
Yes, sir.
among our people. If I can see that, like I saw the effects of what the messenger did for us, I want to do and finish certain parts that he did not finish here in America. And it takes money to do it, just like he said. He asked for $20 million at that time. Of course, the devil didn't give him none. But here, let us do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let us do it. We have to do it. Master Farad said to us,
Yes, sir.
he says to us and to the messenger, he says, nobody can do this but you.
Yes, sir.
And you see a minister going around saying what he can do and everything, and he don't never know nothing about what Allah told them to do. What can he do? Can't do nothing.
That's right.
Come and unite. Unite together so we can get together and do it.
Right.
I learned that wherever a road is going up a mountain, there's a road coming down.
Yes, sir.
So we want to keep on till we get to the top and come down on the other side, so we don't have to come down the road that we travel going up.
Yes, sir.
I have it. Help me.
Yes, sir. We will, sir.
Now, did we have that one little small question somebody want to ask? If you have more, anyway, when you get home, you who's traveling, when you get home, you can write. I got a lot of them now. So I got over 300 or 400 questions now to answer. But I can't get to them all the time. But write them, and I'll start like this. I'll start with you here now, and then I'll keep going in the back and coming from the front until I get it all straightened out, if the people still at the same address. Write your name and address real plain. If you print it real plain so I can see it. Sometime I have to look at it a long time because of my eyes. I have to look at it a long time.
Yes, sir.
I ruined my eyes by a lamp. Coal oil lamp, that is hard to work by all night long. And that's what I did. But I can see if these lights don't be pointing too much in my eyes. They are strong to the eyes if your eyes is weak. I asked the doctor, did reading have anything to do against my eyes? He said, no. He said, reading don't bother your eyes unless that you are in a state where there's a fumes there. See that fume gets in the eyes?
Yes,
From a coal oil lamp. You got a coal oil lamp there and you sitting there right, a little smoke comes through that chimney, you know, and it gets to the eyes. So now it'll be, I don't know how long it's going to take now to bring them back. I'm not blind as yet, and I'm not going blind.
Yes, sir.
But if I don't try to work on them, I will go blind.
Right. Yes, sir.
And I don't want that to happen to me. Because there's so much that I have to do, night and day. So I thank you, brothers and sisters, for your coming here from your city to be with us on the Saviour's Day. I thank you. You have made history traveling from California and other cities like the brother here, traveling from other cities, coming here for Saviour's Day. I thank you for doing so.
Thank you, sir.
It shows unity.
Right.
And that's the way I wants to see it.
Right.
We wants to have, which I will tell you when the time comes mostly, we wants to have buses where you can sleep your way if you're in a close spot, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We used to chart them and go to New York and Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., all of these big cities that would take about 12 to 13 hours and whatnot to go there. So we would go there and we'd sleep on the bus and sleep on the bus coming back. You hear them all talking, going, but after a while, all the talking is hushed up and you hear them.
Everybody's snoring.
Yeah. Charge your airplane. That's right. If it be's enough brothers and sisters to fill the seat, charge your airplane from your city.
Yes, sir.
Make them look like you're big shots.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Never think about a little bitty money when you want some money.
Right.
Never think about $4 or $5. Think about $4 or $5 million. All
Yes,
the
sir.
time. That's right. Never stop with these. You know, when a person thinks about something other small, he gets small.
Right.
Think about something big and get something big.
Yes, sir.
You will.
Yes, sir.
If you notice any of the problems that Master Farad give us, it's got a good big answer
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
in figures. That means for you to think like that. Don't think about, well, today I'm going to, well, tomorrow I'll get me a job. I'll make about $5 or $6 tomorrow. Don't you set the price. What you do, you say, I want all I can get tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Let it be big. Yeah. But just be yourself. Don't go out and try to rob banks and nothing.
Right.
Not that kind,
Right.
not that way. Because if you get killed, you can't rob another one. So I thank you. May Allah bless you. Go with Allah on return if I don't see you anymore until the next appointed time. Go with Allah. Be yourself. Obey Him. And the Quran is the best to use when you don't know. Obey Him. Keep Him in front of you all the time. Don't you get in the front. Let Him get in the front. So, well, every day you say it while you say your prayer. But before you end your prayer, you ask Allah to guide me this day as thou would have me to go. Protect me and give me power against my enemy and against those that desire my hurt. That's that kind of a prayer. Then you ask Him what you want. Just like if you were standing there talking to a man or somebody else. You asked it like that, but make sure you have already said your prayer. From in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Then at the end of it, you say, guide me on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. You can stop there. You can stop when you said, nor of those who go astray. You can stop there, and then you go to talking to Him. That's right. I want a big house, big 15-room house. I want you to give to me plenty of money as thou hast promised us.
Yes.
Plenty of money. And friendship in all walks of life.
Yes, sir.
Ask Him for all of those things.
Yes, sir.
Name them to Him that
Yes,
you
sir.
want. Don't ask Him for a number tomorrow, though. Don't do that.
Yes, sir.
If you're going to play the number, well, that's your fault. That's yours. So, but don't ask Him. I ain't telling you to play Him. But I'm saying to you, don't ask Him for it.
Yes, sir.
Because that is a game of chance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I tell you, so that you can remember or whatnot. The last time that I shot dice, I lost all I had. And a man was coming to my house the next day to get some money that I owed him. I wanted my money back. I had just become in the nation then. I didn't know, I just didn't know.
Yes, sir.
So I said, oh God, so I can get my money back, I won't do it no more. I got it back. And it was all I could do to keep them dice out of my hand the next day. But I did it. See, I know that everybody is not 100% when you come to us. I know that.
Yes, sir.
I know things that you wants to do if you mention it to me. I said something they want to do now. Sure. You tells on yourself when you're talking to a man Like me, you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
You tell on yourself. So we want today to have what we want.
Yes, sir.
Ask him to guide you right, guide you to what you want. He'll do it. May not come tomorrow, next day, or next week, but when it comes, oh boy, sometime it come to you all of a sudden, just shout down on. Here one coming, the other one doing this. If you ain't working, you get so many jobs you can't take care of them. Yeah, that's the way that goes. Sure. Not all of us saying, I want me a job. Allah give me a job tomorrow. He knows the best job and the best time to give it to you.
Yes, sir.
Ask him to give you one. Just a job. According to your will. Not mine, but according to your will.
Yes, sir.
Clear enough?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. May Allah bless you in your traveling back home so that you will not come into any kind of a harm and danger of yourself. Go with Allah. Yes, sir. Nobody had that question. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want to see you go and I don't want to leave you. That's the way I get. So I don't never want to leave you and I don't want to see you go.
Yes, sir. We love you, sir.
Yes, I love you.
You too, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Right, salam.